All right, hi guys. Today we're going to talk about comparing and ordering our integers. So talking about how we know which ones are bigger, which ones are smaller, and things like that. So as we know, an integer is any number from the set of negative anything to positive anything. The dot 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 means it continues without an end. So any positive or negative whole numbers. Okay. Negative integers are integers that are less than 0. So we're going to type less in here. So they're less than 0. Positive integers are integers that are greater than 0. So in here they are greater than 0. And if you look at the number line down there, you can see where origin, the 0 origin is. And you can see where the positives and the negatives are. The positives are all on the right side of 0, which is meaning that they're greater, and the negatives are on the left side of 0, which is meaning that they're smaller. The next word here is 0. 0 is a special thing. 0 is not positive or negative, it's just 0. Okay, so it's just its own thing. Positive numbers are always going to be greater than negative numbers. So positive numbers are further to the right on the number line. Oops. So they're always going to be greater. So we're going to say they're greater than negative numbers. 0 is always, uh-oh. 0 is always less than a positive number, but greater than a negative number. Okay, so again, 0 is special there. Okay. When comparing two negative numbers, you first want to imagine them on the number line. So there's that number line up there for you to look at. Whichever number is closer to 0 is always the greatest. So if you look at that number line, the numbers that are closer to 0 are also the ones that are further to the right on the number line, and our greater numbers are always the ones further to the right. Okay. Going to the next slide here, we are going to use these alligator signs. So we're either going to say that they are less than, greater than, or equal to make the sentence true. Remember, the alligator wants to eat the bigger number because they're super hungry and they want to get full, so they want to eat whatever's bigger. So if we look at 3 and we look at -5, and we look at our number line down here. So we look at 3 on our number line and we look at -5 on our number line. I can see that 3 is further to the right than -5 on my number line. So that means I'm going to say that 3 is greater than -5. Okay. If we look at B, it's comparing -5 and 0. So again, I'm going to look at my number line. -5 is further to the left than 0, so that means -5 is really smaller than 0. So I'm going to say that -5 is less than 0. Okay. All right, now we have 6 and 6/2. Remember, fractions mean to divide. So if I have 6/2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So is 6 bigger than 3 or smaller than 3? If we look at our number line, 6 is bigger than 3. So the alligator is going to eat the 6. So 6 is greater than 3. And this last one here, we have -3 and -9/3. So remember, fractions mean divide again. So we have -3 and 9 divided by 3 is 3, isn't it? So we have -3 and -3. It's the same number. So that means that they're equal. And I put that number line there to help you guys so that you guys can look at it. Okay. The next one, it says write the following integers in descending order. Okay, so descending means going down. So that means starting from greatest to least. So we want to pick the biggest number on here. So the biggest number is the one that's furthest to the right. And on here, there's only one positive number for us to use. Okay, there's only one positive, and that is the number 59. So our first planet is going to be, what was our first planet? Earth. Okay, Earth. Okay, the next one, we're going down the number line. All we have left are negatives, and we're saying which one's greater. So we're looking at the one that's closest to 0. And negative 10 would be closer to 0. So negative 10 is going to come next, so the moon. Okay, we're going to keep going. The next one, we either have negative 162 or negative 81. Well, negative 81 is going to be closer to 0, so Mars is going to come next. And then finally, Jupiter. Okay, so we have an idea of how to put those in order. And remember, this is descending order. The other order is called ascending, and ascending would mean that we go backwards. We go from the bottom to the top, from least to greatest. But we are descending, so we are going down.